Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Monday, April 20th, Emma's birthday. Happy birthday, Emma. All right, hope you had a good weekend, guys. Emma, if you got any extra cake, and you have hopefully you get good presents tonight, but if you got any extra cake, drop some off on my front porch, all right? Wrap it up, I'll grab it later. Thanks. All right, today we are gonna estimate liquid volume. We're gonna watch our video. There's a couple questions we can't really do on this one because it's a lot of stuff that you have to do hands-on. So we'll just talk about them, you'll do them, but there's other stuff we can do in this video. So pay attention, okay? So we're gonna watch the movie, or watch our video, sorry. And we're gonna do our I can statement, then we'll go ahead and get started, okay?
What metric units are used to estimate and measure liquid volume? Let's look at two different units. What is the capacity of the pail? Capacity, liquid volume, is the amount a container can hold measured in liquid units. Two metric units of capacity are milliliters and liters.
All right, so let's pause there for a second. Liquid volume means how much a container can hold of a certain liquid, all right, of any liquid, really. So it could be gas, could be water, could be milk, could be paint. All right, how much volume is how much liquid is in a container. By looking at this, you can see that liter is way bigger than a milliliter. Keep that in mind. Milliliter is ml, that's short for milliliter, and L is short for liter. All right. Think about this. What do you think is going to fill this one up quicker, a liter or a milliliter? That's my question for you.
A milliliter is about 20 drops from an eyedropper. This water bottle holds about 1 liter. Step 1. Choose an appropriate unit and estimate. What is similar between the words milliliter and liter?
So what's similar is the word liter is in both of them. All right. As you can see from this, milliliter is a lot smaller than a liter. You need 1,000 milliliters to equal 1 whole liter.
They both include the word liter. In the metric system, all units of capacity are related to the liter. What does milliliter mean?
Select your answer.
Does milliliter mean 1,000 liters or 1,000ths of a liter? I hope you guys are all telling me to pick this one because that's the correct answer. 1,000ths of a liter.
A milliliter is 1,000th of a liter. A milliliter is too small to measure the capacity of the pail. So use liters. The pail appears to be large enough to hold several liters. Step 2. Check that the estimate makes sense. Count how many times you can fill a liter container and empty it into the pail. To get a valid measurement, the liter container must be filled all the way to the top each time. The pail holds about 8 liters. Would the capacity of the pail change if you changed the unit measure to gallons?
All right, so would the capacity change? Would it hold more or less if you changed it to gallons?
No, the capacity would stay the same, even though the unit for the capacity would change.
So the capacity, the bucket didn't change. The bucket is the same size. That would still hold the same amount of water. The only thing that changes, are you measuring it in gallons, like a gallon of milk, or are you measuring it in liters?
The pail would still hold the same amount of liquid.
Because the pail didn't change.
Now you know some metric units that are used
All right.
to estimate and...
Let's go ahead and get started here. All right, first thing we're going to do, circle our I can statement. It says, I can use standard units to estimate liquid volumes. Okay, beautiful. So we're going to talk about that today. This says the water bottle below has a capacity of 1 liter. Estimate the capacity of a large bowl using liters. Use a 1 liter container in a large bowl to solve this problem. Well, boys and girls, really hard for me to do this, all right, via camera and stuff. So if you want to try this one at your own, at home, you can absolutely do that. All right. I don't really have a large bowl in 1 liter containers, exactly 1 liter containers. So if you want to try this at home, you can do that. But for right now, you can just cross it off. All right, you don't need to do that one as long as you understand that liters is bigger than milliliters for that one. Okay, look at the bottom here. It says, after you estimate the capacity of a larger container, how can you use the 1 liter container to check the capacity you found for the large bowl makes sense? Well, you'd pour out the bowl into 1 liter containers. So pour it back into that same 1 liter container and then dump it. Or get several 1 liter containers, pour it all into them and measure it. See if it makes sense. It's about the same. Remember, if we're estimating, we're giving a guess. Okay? Let's go to this one, please. Okay. Sorry, I did a couple of these ahead so I can just look at them. Suppose the capacity of the pail is given in milliliters. Is this number greater or less than the number of liters? Use reasoning about the size of metric units of capacity to explain how you know. Excuse me. Well, we know that 1,000 milliliters equals 1 liter. All right? So if we had 8 liters, 8 liters is going to equal how many milliliters? 8,000 milliliters. So the number will be greater because 8 liters equals 8,000 milliliters. Or you can put ML for milliliters. You can also put L for liters. Okay? Give everybody a chance to copy that one. All right. Pause if you need to. If not, we're going to move on. Number 1 up here. Susie made a large pot of soup for her family. The pot Susie used has a capacity of 5 liters. Why would the capacity of the same pot be 5,000 milliliters? Well, we know that 1 milliliter or 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. So if that's the case and we have 5 liters now, we know it's going to be 5,000 milliliters. Because 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters, so 5 liters equals 5,000 milliliters. All right. Number 2 says, find a container that you predict will hold more than a liter and another you predict will hold less than a liter. Use liter and milliliter containers to check your predictions by finding the actual capacity of each container. Well, boys and girls, like the front, I really don't have an exact liter measurement. All right, and I really don't have milliliters. So, but we're going to talk about what ones hold it. So I have my water bottle here, okay? You guys have all seen me use my water bottle before. All right, it's pretty good size. You know, pretty good size. I bet this would be about 1 liter, maybe a little less, but that's what I would predict for 1 liter, my water bottle. Let me go show you what I think would be less than a liter. All right, gotta go in the kitchen. Say hi to Kinley. So, this glass right here, I think would be about less than a liter. All right, it's pretty small. It'd probably be 500 milliliters or so. This blender, probably a little more than a liter. Actually, yeah, a lot more than a liter. All right, so that's more than a liter. Or something like one of our coffee cups is less than a liter. Okay? So those what would be a liter and less than a liter. If you want to measure at home, be my guest. All right? Okay. Number 3 through 6. Circle the better estimate for each. Well, we have a glass. I just showed you a glass, okay? And our 2 choices are 250 milliliters or 2 liters. And I'm hoping you're all saying, circle the 250, Mr. Shermer. You are correct. 250 milliliters. All right, number 4. We got this pail here. Well, we just kind of saw in the video that a pail is bigger than a liter. So we're going to guess about a liter or so. Instead of 5 milliliters, that's really small. Remember, the ml means milliliters and the L means liters. Okay, so you would circle 250 milliliters and 1 liter for that. Next, number 5, bottle of juice. Bottle of juice is probably a liter. 10 milliliters is real tiny. Okay, that's probably 10 milliliters is probably like half a bottle or a little less than like a sip of juice, basically. A cereal bowl. Well, hopefully you don't have a giant cereal bowl, even though we love cereal, except for Anthony, you crazy goofball. All right, I hope you picked 300 milliliters because that's about a bowl of milk. All right, instead of 3 liters, that would probably be like a tub of milk. All right, that'd be a lot. Number 7, we are on this big fish tank. If you said 40 liters, I would say you are correct. Number 8, the small measuring cup. A lot of you guys like to bake. I know Riley does. All right, and Emma. And I think of some of you other girls do too. I'm thinking for this one, you should have picked 15 milliliters. Okay? For this sink, if you go to a sink in your house and you measure it, it's probably about 14 liters because 14 milliliters is real tiny. That's probably it. Covers just the bottom of your sink, if that. Number 10, bottle of apple juice or apple juice box. Let's say for that one, 250 liters would be huge. That's probably all the juice boxes in the world. This one would be 250 milliliters. Very good. A teacup, 15 liters or 150 milliliters. Well, I just showed you a coffee cup earlier, and I said it was not a liter, so we definitely aren't picking 15 liters. So 150 milliliters. Oops, sorry. Number 12, a bathtub. Well, if you're swimming in a bathtub of 115 milliliters, you're not going to get very clean. So it's 115 liters would be my guess. Because there want to be a lot of water in that 115 milliliter bathtub. A bottle cap. Well, you guys all know what a bottle cap is on your soda, on your juice, all right, your water bottle. That is, the bottle cap alone is going to be about 3 milliliters because this is not 3 liters. That's bigger than any bottle cap we have. It's bigger than a lot of bottles. Teapot. A teapot's about a liter. Very good. All right. Write an estimate for the capacity of a dog bowl. Well, let's go look at Kinley's dog bowl and see what we estimate. See? Here is our teapot from last time. That's probably about a liter. If we go to a Kinley's dog bowl. Here's her dog bowl. Not really full right now. It's just a little dirty. She needs some new water. The wife's got to get on that. We're going to say, I don't think that's quite a liter. Maybe half a liter. So you want to say 500 milliliters? Sure, Logan. We'll say 500 milliliters. $500 milliliters. I'm going to put ml for milliliters. All right. Write an estimate for the capacity of a vase. Well, vases are pretty big because they hold some flowers. So let's go see if we can find a vase in my house. All right. Look what we got here. Some nice flowers. I bought these for the wife. All right. I didn't get in trouble, Max. I just bought them. Here's her vase. All right. This is probably good, Coop. I would say about 2 liters. Nice guess. So let's go back. Let's write 2 liters for our vase. All right. Let's go to the next page. Page 760. Okay. Which cooler has a greater capacity? Explain your thinking. Cooler B, which is the orange one, or cooler A, which is the red one? Which one has a greater capacity? Basically saying which one's bigger, Jaden. So cooler B is the bigger one. So cooler B because it is bigger. It can hold more water. Or more soda. All right, number 18, sorry. List these in order. List these containers in order from least capacity to greatest capacity. Next to each one, write liter or milliliter to show whether you would measure its capacity using liters or milliliters. Washing machine, large pot, soup spoon, or travel mug. So we have to list them from least capacity to greatest. So the first would probably be soup spoon, because that's real small. We're going to measure that in milliliters. Good. What comes next? Large pot or travel mug or washing machine? Good, Natalie. Travel mug. Probably measure that in milliliters as well. Good. What's going to come next? Silver spoon and travel mug we use. What's coming next? Washing machine or large pot? Good, Soph. Large pot. Write these down neatly. We're going to probably measure that in liters. Good. And then washing machine is last, Brennan. That's the biggest. And we'll measure that in liters too, Juliana. Okay, number 19. A basketball team scored 27 points in its first game and 41 points in its second game. After 3 games, it scored 100 points in all. How many games did the team score in its third game? All right, so we know it scored 27 and 100 and 41 in its first 2 games. So we have to add those 2 up. So we add them up and we get 68. Are we done? No, it's a 2-step problem, Beezy. They scored 100 points in all. So we have to do what with 168 there, Andrew? We are going to subtract. Very good. You subtract it, Riley. You're going to get 32 points. Very good, Max. 32 points. All right, we had to add up our first 2 games to get 68, Jaden. And we know he scored 100 points in all. In all tells us to add these 2. So if we add, and then we had how many points did they score in the third game? That's what we're missing. So we got to subtract 68 and 100. You get 32. If you added 27 plus 41 plus 32, that would equal 100. Good, Taylor. Becky wants to measure the capacity of her brother's wading pool. She has a 1-liter container and a 10 milliliter container. Which should she use? Explain your reasoning. So if she wants to measure the thing of a kitty-sized pool, basically, should she use a 1-liter container or a 10 milliliter container? Good, Aiden, a 1-liter container. Because, Summer, it is bigger and will be easier. Will be easier. Good. Ooh, Mr. Shermer. Good, Log. Okay. Pause if you need to, but we're going to keep moving on here. Number 21. A sand goose can soak up water in its fluffy feathers. It can carry the water a long way to its chicks. Does the sand goose carry 20 milliliters of water or 2 liters of water? Well, this says a sand goose can soak up enough water to fill up a small perfume bottle. So if you guys have perfume, I know some of you girls, or your parents have a perfume, and you see a small perfume bottle, do you think that is 20 milliliters or 2 liters? Oh, I bet you all going to get this one right. 20 milliliters. And I'm going to spell it out. Very good, boys and girls. Nice job, Soph. I bet you got that one right. All right. 22. Gary is painting a small storage shed. He estimates that he can do the job with 1 can of paint. Which of the following is the best estimate of the total value of a can of paint? So our choices would be about 4 milliliters, about 4 liters, about 40 liters, or about 40 milliliters. You need to answer this one on your own and tell me in Google Classroom what the answer is. Okay, that should be pretty easy. Just tell me like you've been telling the other answers, please. Okay, and now, homework is this page and this page. Okay. These 2 pages, it's not a lot. So I'm not going to post a video on Tuesday for math. You're just going to do this Tuesday. Okay, and we will go over it in our Zoom meeting on Tuesday. Okay, so I won't post a Zoom or a video on Tuesday for math. We're going to go over it in our Zoom meeting on Tuesday. All right, I hope that lesson wasn't too bad for you, boys and girls. Couple things. 1, there's going to be no Reading Street story on Monday. We're going to read the Reading Street story together on Tuesday. And then on Tuesday, we're going to go over our homework answers too. So if you want to do this Monday night to get it done for Tuesday or Tuesday morning before we do our Zoom, you can do that. Okay, I'm not going to go over every answer, but if you have trouble with one, we'll go over it. So our Zoom meeting on Monday or on Tuesday, Tuesday, tomorrow, the 21st, will probably be about a half an hour, 45 minutes once we get everybody logged on. We're going to read the Reading Street story, and we're going to go over any math. Okay? If you have trouble, let me know, but this stuff's pretty easy. I think most of you will get this, all right, at least for now. I don't have anything else to say right now. Have your parents keep checking emails, and you guys keep checking Google Classroom every day. All right? Hope you guys had a great weekend. Happy birthday again, Emma. And remember, number 22 in Google Classroom on your own. And then you're doing homework pages 761 and 762 on your own. We will go over them in our Zoom meeting on Tuesday, and we're going to read the Reading Street story Tuesday in our Zoom meeting. All right? Have a great night, guys. Bye.